right, we are at 8:45, so we're going to get started here. For today's huddle, I'm going to be just talking about some, my favorite thing to always talk about is just getting back to the basics. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about is who here listened to the Darren Daily huddle this morning? Anyone?
I did. I just listened to it.
And what was your big takeaway from that Darren Daily?
I can't really talk, Attilio, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Anybody else who doesn't have the bad throat issues? Anybody else watch the Darren Daily this morning? Okay, it was me and JT. All right, so, well, here's one of the basics. Darren Daly was talking about how the room that he was staying at a cabana, he was sitting in a cabana at a beach resort. And then what he was doing was just talking about the discipline that you need to have to do things when other people are playing. And I guess it was an appropriate thing because, so does anybody know, and I know some of you have watched Darren Daily. Well, first of all, real quick, are you subscribed to it? Does it hit your inbox every morning? Okay. We want to make sure that, you know what, is there anybody, Sam, are you subscribed to the Darren Daily by any chance?
I am not, no.
Okay. Yeah, one of the VAs, well, if you just go to Darren Daily or Darren Hardy, just Google Darren Hardy, and it comes up. And in fact, you know what I'll do is I'll just go in there and if I forget, I'll remember to do it, but I'll log into my Darren Daily and share it with you. And then all you got to do is log in and subscribe to it. So somebody tell me who Darren Hardy is. Let's see here.
He used to run a publishing company, Success Magazine.
Yeah, Success Magazine. And don't worry, JT, I know your throat's going out there, and I know there's a ton of people that subscribe to him. Anybody else know what he did in his past that's common to what we are doing?
He was a real estate agent.
He was a real estate agent. And so he did real estate for a long time. He grew up in a very success-driven household. His dad, one of his Darren Dailies, he talked about his dad would get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and work out, and like old school workout with this sweaty sweatshirt and those, Larry Price coach's shorts. And he would literally work out at 5 in the morning doing bench press, squats, the old school stuff. And he did it like until he passed away, like even as an old guy. Even though he was, I think what he did was he was a coach in high school. So what Darren was talking about this morning is just having that daily discipline of just doing the basics of what you need to be successful. And he was talking about how where he was sitting, it had a view of the ocean, and he's watching people play in the ocean, and he's watching people spend hours getting that perfect selfie. And then he also watched, I think it was tennis courts or something like that, and he talked about how people were deeply playing tennis in that tennis court. And what he was working on was writing out these Darren Dailies. Can anybody tell me how many Darren Dailies he does per year?
Like the podcast?
Yeah.
Is it 365?
No, it's only Monday through Friday.
Oh.
So it's about 200. I guess if you take out the weekends, there's going to be 50 weekends. You minus 100. So it's about 265 of these. And if anybody who regularly subscribes to these, has he ever repeated? Have you ever watched his Darren Daily and said, oh, you know what, Darren's not going to be on today, so we're just playing the original from blah, blah, blah. If you guys, anybody want to guess?
Probably not.
No.
Never.
He's never repeated. So he put in that self-discipline to continue to write these out. And I'm going to imagine, these things are only like a couple minutes, but I know from writing things and commercials and stuff like that, it takes a long time to write because you can actually talk quite a bit in a 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute period. So that's a lot. And I can tell he's very natural, but he is reading off of a teleprompter because it's very organized, his presentation. It's not completely impromptu, but it does sound natural, just like when you see newscasters. So that was taking a lot of discipline to get the results that he's had. And he's creating that value. It's marketing, and he's doing it on a daily basis, but it took planning and preparation in order to do that. And that's when everybody is wanting to have fun and relax and chill and not to be sucked into that. So one of the things I want to challenge you guys with, and today's Good Friday. Today's Good Friday, and why is today a good day to get a hold of people?
Because we're not at work.
Because they're not at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're home with the kids. A lot of people have a day off. I got this joke I want to share with you. There was these 3 local boys sitting around talking story. And the one local boy says, "Oh, my dad, he's so fast. If you shoot one bow and arrow, he can run faster than the arrow, and he can catch the arrow before it hits the target." And the second boy goes, "Oh, that's nothing. My dad has one gun. You can shoot the gun, and he can run faster than the bullet, and he can catch the bullet." And then the third boy goes, "Oh, my dad is even faster than both your dads. He's a state worker. He gets off work at 5 o'clock, and he's home by 3. Anyway, that was my joke for today, because the state workers are most likely off today. And that comes from the sense of humor of being an entrepreneur, a business owner. Because at the end of the day, every single one of you, our admin, you guys are our business partners. But I will tell you, for you licensed agents, Sam, obviously for yourself, you guys are independent contractors running your own business. Jody, you're running your own business. Jody, I noticed that in the background behind you is not your house. Why are you at work today?
I have a lot of appointments because people are available today.
Available today. Jody, how long have you been in this business?
15 years.
Hi. 15 years. 15 years in this business. You think that it would be okay if you just, took a day off today, right? Like everybody else?
Yeah, I could have taken a day off, I think, but there are a lot of our buyers that want information, and we actually have a handful of final signings and then initial consult appointments. Plus,
Yeah.
I plan on making a bunch of phone calls.
Yeah. And Jody, let me ask you this. It's not like you work every day and never take a day off, right?
Right.
What was the last vacation you went on, and where did you guys go to?
We went to Disneyland for my son's birthday, and that was in August. And I didn't work at all on that.
You
trip.
didn't work it on. How long was that vacation?
That was 5 days.
5 days, okay. And you earned that, and you got to take it. Like, I guess the only thing that was stopping you from taking that was probably the kids' school.
Was what?
The kids' school. When the kids are in school or out of school.
Oh, well, and the pregnancy, because I couldn't fly.
And you couldn't fly. But other than that, you worked your butt off for the last. How long you been in business, self-employed?
15 years.
So working your butt off for 15 years allowed you to, oh, by the way, did you pay cash for that vacation, or you put it on a credit card and you're paying it off to the next time you go on vacation?
We paid cash.
We pay cash. Okay. So this is the point I'm making, folks. Don't confuse that we're working today with the fact that, oh man, we got to work today and that's a bummer because everybody's off and I don't have any balance in my life. No, you're working today because you do want balance in your life. And I want to remind you guys of she has a very important sticky note that we need to put. No, a very, and you know what? You're self-employed, and guess what? You know what's so awesome? Do you get to have your child with you at work?
Yep, I
I
have
think the baby's there too, right?
Yeah, thing 2 and thing 3 are here with me today.
Yeah. And then you guys have little doggies running around the place too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it okay that you have a pile of appointments today because of all of those benefits? If you were working for somebody, would that automatically be okay for you to have your child at work, puppies running around?
Probably not.
Probably not. And so you created an environment, again, all these years to get to this point. And so I was happy. It was just totally impromptu that I'm seeing you on the huddle. You're seeing us on the huddle. Do you see me? Do I have Team Lally Surfboard and Damien and Shelby hanging out with me at my house?
No.
No, this is the conference room. And we're here at work. So I'm going to challenge you guys today. It's about taking the time to have that discipline to work when everybody else is taking off. There's got to be some kind of quote in it. And I'll tell you right now, people who are making a living took today off.
Yeah.
People who are making a life working today. And there's a difference between making a living and making a life. Mitzi, what's the difference between making a living and making a life?
When you're working to retire, that's making a living. When you're working to actually, saving until you get comfortable and have that counterbalance in your life, that's making a life.
Yeah. And anybody else want to chime in? For me personally, working for a living is working for somebody else, having a fixed income. No matter how good a job I do, I'm still only going to get time for dollars. Making a living is for me is being able to come in here and as hard as I work, and if I'm doing the activity that generates the results, then I'm going to make as much money as I want to. That's the difference between making a living and making a life. And by the way, our administrative staff, because I know what you guys are thinking. I'm admin, I have a base pay. Damien, do you have your real estate license?
Yep.
And
No
are we
problem.
working with you to get some referral action going and get some stuff going?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's happened yet, but slowly, steadily, everything will come to fruition. And I think I have somebody else tell me while I'm looking up this picture for a quote about planting a seed. Shelby, what's the difference for you making a living versus a life?
I'd say making a living is like more about catching up and like trying to catch up with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then like working to create a life is setting yourself up so you have like that comfortable lifestyle, especially here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
'Cause
Especially here in Hawaii, I estimate that if your total household income isn't about $100,000 a year, you are just working to live. And so we have that goal for everybody here, including the administrative staff. We're not going to be paying you $100,000 a year. We're going to go broke if we do that. But we providing you opportunities by encouraging you to go get your license, by being in business with us. I'm telling you guys, save your money because it's gonna eventually happen. Probably not this year or next, but real short that we're gonna start putting in offers on apartment complexes. Duke and I and Adrian are looking at them all the time, and they're not that far out of range. They're probably in the $1 to $3 million range. We just got to save up the down, which we're going to put together. We're going to invite everybody, all admin, everybody on the team to invest in the LLC. They'll be the owner of it. And we have a management company, I'm not sure if you heard of them, called Hawaii Pacific Property Management, that will be managing it. So we're going to be double dipping there, making money and creating multiple income streams for you. Once you get your initial home purchased, and we want to continue to help everybody do that, but once you get your initial home purchase, we want to continue to work with you guys on getting rental properties purchased and generating passive income. Okay, so get out there and make conversations with people and then remind and plant these seeds in your own thought, because this is what I'll leave with you. You cannot force someone to comprehend a message that they are not ready to receive. Still, you must never underestimate the power of planting a seed. Never underestimate the power of planting a seed. So continue out there to reach out and have conversations with people. Today, I am going to be planting the seeds with all of our agents. I'm going to be calling every single one of you throughout the day and just doing a check-in with you. I'm going to tell you right now, first thing I'm going to look at is your daily dials report. So I know some of you have been blowing it off or not filling it in. And whatever, no judgment. just go back in there, you know, maybe right after this huddle and fill it in real quick. But that's one of those daily habits that we need to look at. And it's not about me checking on you and what's on that daily down spreadsheet. It's more about what are you doing on a daily basis. And that's an accountability tool to keep you accountable, not to me, to yourself and your family. Last quote. I lied when I said that was the last quote. I'm going to give you guys another one. A bar of iron, so write this down. A bar of iron costs $5. So iron, a bar of iron, $5. Made into horseshoes, so write horseshoes equals, it's worth about $12. Made, if you take that same bar of iron and make it into needles, it's worth $3,500. If you take that same bar of iron and make it into balance springs for watches, and if you know of a mechanical high-end watches, they're pretty tiny, so you can make a lot of them, right? It's worth $300,000. Same bar of iron. So here's the point. Your own value, your own value is determined also by what you are able to make of yourself. So it's your decision today, guys. You know, go do the things with your kids here and there. But today is a perfect day to reach out to people, follow up, send text messages, send group text messages. If you weren't on that huddle yesterday, I would encourage you every Thursday, hell or high water. I'm even going to say that supersedes being on this Friday huddle. Every Thursday, be on that huddle to talk about Boomtown. We're spending $1,500 a month to make that thing available for you guys, and it's literally the Formula One race car that is going to allow you guys to make more money. Somebody do the math for me. 1,500 times 12 is what? 10 is 15,000 plus 3, 18,000. Is that right?
Yeah.
See, I did that math in my head. Realtors, and you know, and I was pretending it was commissions, because you know, as realtors, we can only do math if we're doing commissions. If we can't do any other kind of math. But if it's commissions, we're like, whoo, we're right on it. Anyway, Sam, what's your big takeaway? Sam, Art, and Jenny. Sam first.
Hey, if I plant the seeds daily, I could enjoy the fruit months and years away from now.
Yeah, never underestimate the power of planting a seed today. And let's see here. Mitzi, what's your big takeaway?
Making a living and making a life. The difference of making a living and making a life.
Yeah, I'd rather make a living than a life. Another quote that I've heard, I actually took that quote and rearranged it for today's huddle. But traditional education, like a college degree, will help you earn a living. Non-traditional education, this huddle, the classes at KW, reading, daring, this book from Brene Brown. Untraditional education will help you make a living. Art, what's your big takeaway, Art?
Well, like you said in the beginning, just back to the basics.
Back to the basics. Got to pick up the phone. And then Jenny, what's the big takeaway for you? You have beautiful hair today, Jenny. I like that. Oh, there you go. There we can see your eyes.
So I think we all are that iron, and we can define what kind of stuff we want to be. We can either be the needle or be that spring in a watch. Your microphone is off, Attilio. Microphone.
Sorry, I just shared like the most awesome, inspiring message just now when I was on, and I forgot what I said. What I said was just go make something awesome for yourselves. We all got the same opportunities today, and let's go make some phone calls, get a hold of people, go plant some seeds. What you do today will result in what you get tomorrow. Okay? Aloha.
Thank you.